Hey everyone! So, as many of you know, I have been rather positive during quarantine. So I'm going to share with you how I stay positive, how I stay happy. So just remember that what works for me might not work for you. This is how I stay positive. Let's go into a little background. So in the beginning of shelter in place, I also had calculus, and I love doing math problems for fun. And I know not a lot of people like doing math, but I loved it. So that kind of kept me busy. And I also had a multitude of skin problems, which were really bad, but I was able to overcome it and get some positive habits. Okay, so let's get into how I stay happy during quarantine. Okay, so get 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. I emphasize the uninterrupted part because you want to maintain like a consistency, if that makes sense. Okay, I know other people's bodies work differently. I know some people can take multiple naps a day, but for me, I need 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. And then when I wake up, I feel like very motivated, energetic to do stuff. Okay, but remember, I had skin problems, so I actually had a difficult time sleeping. I couldn't exactly fall asleep until like 5 a.m. and then I woke up at 1 p.m. So that gave me like 8 hours of sleep. But it was also like the fact that I didn't have much obligations. My only obligations at that time was my calculus class at 6 p.m. But later on, I did have calculus in the morning when I took calculus 2. So I did wake up in the morning. I still had 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But now I'm back where I sleep around like I'm trying to fix my schedule in the sense that I want to wake up earlier because I'm going to have more obligations later, but I still find it very difficult. So sometimes I would go to bed early, but then I wouldn't fall asleep until like 4 or 5. So I wake up around like 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. But even though I wake up like late, I feel happy and rejuvenated. So I think it's important to get a good amount of sleep because one time when, I don't know, my skin problems were over, but then I was like on my period or something. I had a difficult time sleeping and I pulled an all-nighter unintentionally because I just couldn't sleep. So I just stayed up doing stuff. I stayed up coloring, attempting a K-pop dance cover. But So I just tried to stay up for the rest of the day so then I could fix my sleeping schedule. Well, that didn't really work because I ended up sleeping at like 10 a.m. and woke up around like 5 p.m. I don't remember. But either way, sleep is very important. Just try to get 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep when you are able to do so. If you're like me who is unemployed and does not have that many obligations, sleep whenever. And I guess maintain a consistent schedule, but then once you have obligations, adjust your sleeping schedule and then wake up at a consistent time. Make sure to drink a lot of water. So I drink multiples of these bottles a day. I've lost count. If you are watching, go and drink some water. It is very good for your body. I'll drink some right now too. Water is amazing. I also like drinking green tea as well. So I normally drink this green tea from Costco. You can get it in one of these boxes. You can have it either cold or hot. I was never much of a coffee person, so I just drink tea. It's super good. Oh, and by the way, I'm also using this coaster from Sakura Dragon. This is the winter version. If you haven't already, you should check out her artwork. Okay, so I honestly wish I did my skincare routine daily, but unfortunately I don't. But I had a habit of doing so when I went to work because, it was a daily thing. I woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, get all the eye boogers out, and put lotion, and then I would put some eye serum and then some chapstick, and then I was just ready to get out of the house. During quarantine, the days kind of blend in together, but what has helped me stay happy and positive, I don't know, when you wake up, or at least for me, I get boogers on my eyes, and it gets kind of, I don't know, and then so I have to wash that off, and then after I wash with warm water, I use this cleanser sometimes. I wish I did it daily, but I don't, but I'm trying to. So this is a daily cleanser. And then after I cleanse, if I'm doing a face mask normally, but even on days when I don't do a face mask, I use this toner. And sometimes before I use the cotton pad, but then I thought it's such a waste. You could just literally pour it on your hand and then just like all those YouTubers do. And then not every day, because I think that would be too much. I would do a face mask, which I have quite a bit at the moment to last me for a while. I do want to go to Nature Republic again, one of my favorite K-beauty stores. I've tried this recently. This is a nose pore thing, or trying to get rid of pores. So this is the opening toner. This is step 1. And you put step 1 on one of these little things for your nose. So then you put one of these on. And then after that, you wait for 10 to 15 minutes. You take it off. And then you put this bamboo charcoal thing. And once you put it on, you wait until it dries out. I think it dries out after 10 to 15 minutes. And then you just take it off. And as you can see, sometimes, not all the time, but I use this headband. I got this headband for free at KCON. And it's super cute and it's super soft. So yeah, sometimes I use it, and then, I would tie my hair up so then it doesn't, water doesn't, or the stuff doesn't get into my hair. And I got back into journaling mainly because since I didn't want to take pictures of my skin when it was bad, I thought I would document it in this journal, which my friend gave me, that I finished, so then I can look back on it and see how I felt. I didn't reread it right away because, it was a lot and I wasn't really in a good place. I just wanted to document it so I can look back and see how I feel. And to remember to be grateful for the skin that I have now because I'm not itchy. So for me, journaling is a very positive experience. I tend to magnify my negative experiences. So what I would do, I would write down my past mistakes that I made. And then I would look back on it and then I would reframe it into a more positive setting. So to summarize, I would vent in the journal. I would write it down, and writing helps me a lot because it slows down my thought process and it calms me down. And then I reflect and then I reframe the stories. I am not my past mistakes. No one is his or her or their past mistakes. We are not perfect. We are human and we make mistakes. It's just whether we want to learn from them or not. So journaling has helped me let go of all my guilt and regret. Sometimes some things take longer for me to get over than others. I know a lot of it is in my head, so it's very, I'm the one who magnifies my pain, but once I put it down on paper, vent it out, reflect, reframe, I feel a lot better, and it's just like a huge weight has been lifted off my chest. So that's something that can help you if you want to get into journaling. I don't journal daily, but when I do journal, I try to write both negative and positive experiences. I mainly try to reframe it so it's positive. So then when I look back on it, I can see how I learned or how good that experience was. But since I finished this journal, I know I keep displaying it. I think it's from Daiso. I started a new journal. This is like, I just found it when I was cleaning, and it works out. I don't know how long we've had this, but I'm pretty sure we've had this for over a decade, probably more. In addition to journaling, since I started cleaning, I found I came across this. I mean, I've known this has always existed, and I've just started coloring with pens, highlighters, and crayons. For now, I do have colored pencils. I have started in it, so if you actually saw my other video, that's one of the finished pictures. Here's another one. Okay, and there's some more that I've done, and I'll do more speed coloring. Let me show you. But either way, these images are very pretty. So these are ones that I've started. I'll do a speed coloring one on the mask one. Maybe I might do one on the tiger as well. Meditation is not something I did prior to having skin problems. I just didn't feel the need for it. I never thought anything much of it. But because my skin problems were more psychological than anything else, and stress was the thing that exacerbated it, I thought, okay, meditation is a calming technique. So I practiced it. I don't think I did it daily. I don't do it daily anymore. I only do it when I'm just like overwhelmed, or when I have too many thoughts circulating in my mind and I'm like, okay, I need to calm down. I like doing the guided meditations that are provided for free on YouTube. They can range from anywhere from 5 minutes to like an hour, 2 hours, however long you want. And you can be in any position. You can be at your desk, but the main purpose is to practice your breathing. Close your eyes, practice your breathing, and to calm down. That's the purpose. And the purpose is to be in the moment. So notice how I'm not happy 100% of the time. I do these things to make myself feel better, because no one's happy 100% of the time. So doing meditation calms me down, makes me focus on the moment and to get back to what I was. I practice gratitude daily. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So being grateful is a very good quality. If you are able to see this video, you are very lucky and should be very grateful for having the ability to see, to hear, and to have access to some sort of internet or hotspot, because you would not be able to view this video without doing so. In addition to being able to see and hear, also be thankful if you are still able to smell, to taste, and to touch, and to move. We often take those for granted, but if you're ever feeling down, be happy with what your body can do. Be grateful that you can still move and that you can still see and that you still have the 5 senses. When you appreciate what you have, you will always have more. Okay, so what is self-love? Like I mentioned in my previous video, self-love is regard for one's own well-being and happiness. Basically, self-love is not selfish. It's loving yourself for who you are. And remember that you are an amazing person. Focus on your positive attributes. Focus on what you can improve on. So, like I said before, I didn't really practice self-love until I had my skin problems. My skin problems really were a blessing in disguise. So, I love myself because I focus on what I can do and how I can help other people. Do not downplay yourself. Okay, feeling amazing, telling yourself that you are an amazing person does not make you conceited because you are amazing. So remember to love yourself every day, and I will have more information about self-love in my Love Yourself series. I've always been a fan of healthy eating. I love fruits and vegetables. They're so good. Just make sure, so it makes me happy. Well, in general, healthy food should make your body happy because it's good for you. Make sure to get the right amount of nutrients, vitamins, protein, all those macromolecules. So, prior to my skin problems, again, I didn't eat a lot of watermelon. I still did, but because of the skin problems, I started eating more. So what my mom likes to do, she likes to cube them, and then we just have them in the cup, in the fridge, and then I just eat it. And because it has a lot of vitamin E. So make sure to get all your nutrients in. I do intuitive eating, meaning that I kind of just eat when I'm hungry and then I don't eat when I'm not. And it's worked out for me in maintaining my weight. Yeah, so, but if you are, looking to get a certain body type or whatnot, you should look that up. But intuitive eating is pretty good in the sense that, you don't really feel stressed out when eating and you have a good relationship with food. Exercising in general is really good for you. It does not have to be anything too crazy. It's unfortunate that the air quality is so bad that we can't even go out for a walk in the park. I haven't really been exercising as much as I should. Before the pandemic, I would run a lot. But nowadays, I just do my best to not sit in front of the screen for too long. And that has helped me a lot. So it might not be that much exercise, but it has helped me mentally. So after 10 to 20 minutes of being on the screen or half an hour, I would get up and just walk. Because being on the screen for too long, I don't know, it kind of just makes me sad. I don't like sitting in the same place all the time. I have to get up and walk around for a little bit and then get back to what I was doing. If you are going to engage in vigorous exercise, it's always a good idea to stretch beforehand, which is something I'm working on. I'm trying to increase my flexibility and strength because I am very, very, very stiff. And before quarantine, I would go to fitness classes and mainly do body pump. But nowadays, I just go on YouTube to look up workouts that I can do. And just moving around even a little bit, even just walking, has made me more positive. Because when you just sit, you feel kind of stagnant. I've gotten back into painting. I used to do paint nights using a Groupon. Now it's called Yay Maker, where you paint a specific picture and you drink wine. So what was formerly known as paint night is now known as Yaymaker, if I said the name correctly. And that was mainly like doing freestyle. But what my friend gave me, it's like super cool. I'm going to do a separate video on that. It's a drawing. It's like hardcore coloring. And then there's like numbers on each little section. And then you have little paints. And each number corresponds with a color. And you paint that color onto it. It'll make more sense when I show you that video. But if you follow me on Instagram, I also do a lot of puzzles. I'll show you one of them. So this is a 1,200 piece plastic puzzle. Ooh. There is no glue attached because with plastic puzzles, when you piece them together, they just stick. That's what I love about them. This brand is called Pin 2. If you would like me to do a separate video on puzzles, let me know. I love doing puzzles with music on. And yes, I have pulled all-nighters doing puzzles because they're really fun. I got back into doing puzzles when I got this puzzle from Disneyland. Okay, that puzzle actually, okay, it was, okay, the price was reasonable, but the puzzle itself was not that great. As in, like, the picture was very beautiful, but when I started doing the puzzles, some pieces looked like they fit, but they actually didn't. And then when you took it out, the piece would easily bend or fold. And then there are some pieces that look like they matched together. So I was on the last 5 pieces or so, and then whatchamacallit, and then I was wondering, wait, these pieces don't fit. And then I found a piece elsewhere because it fit there, and then I had to take that out and switch it around, and I don't know. But that's the puzzle that got me back into doing puzzles and started buying puzzles. So that was good, and I still have it, and it's taped together. And if you want the separate video with puzzles, let me know. I am working on a 4,000 piece puzzle. Actually, no, it's on a hiatus for now, but I'll get back to it. But I love doing puzzles. It's like a form of meditation, and it's just super relaxing and fun and very addicting, to the point where I have pulled all-nighters, and many of you already know that. Manga or manga is real reading. They are real books. You read them. I learned a lot of life lessons from one of the manga that I have read, which is Fruits Basket. The best lesson, or one of the lessons that I have learned, is that the best revenge is to make yourself happy, which will be in another video. I am currently trying to catch up with One Piece. I am on volume 73. I believe there are 96-ish volumes out, and there's a lot more online. I highly recommend it. You should read it. It's really good. Even if you are on volume 1, just start. It'll go by really, really, really quickly. I love this book. It is the 4 Agreements. I finished reading it. I am going to give it a second read. I will tell you what the 4 agreements are. Not a spoiler because it already says so in the beginning. Okay, so the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. And always do your best. I have gotten most of the way through this book called Essentialism to focus what is really important, but I kind of taking a break from it because I'm reading One Piece. But I have also started reading Atomic Habits. If you are able to do so, go to your local library. Okay, you can't go inside, but you can go on the website and reserve the books you would like to read, and then they are available for reservation pickup. So I highly recommend it, and it's something that you can do. You can learn new words, and reading is just fun. Cleaning can be very, very, very therapeutic. But I don't clean all at once because it would be overwhelming. The reason why I have to clean part by part is because I associate like a lot of sentimental value with things, and I kind of just need like a mental break space. So then once I'm ready to tackle on that area, then I do so, and I feel like it's more productive that way than doing everything all at once. So that's like for my physical space, but then there's also my digital space as well. My digital space, meaning like I have like a lot of pictures throughout the year that I still have to get through, but there are things that can be deleted because it's unnecessary. So that's why cleaning has made me happier, because it's like I'm kind of throwing away the past, the things that are no longer needed, focusing on the present so then I can move forward with it. I really like going on social media to see what other people are up to. I find going on social media to be a very positive experience. However, it can definitely be a time waster, so be mindful of your time and just make sure to not compare someone's highlight reel to your everyday life. Okay, what that means is when you go on social media, you often see a lot of posts and it seems like everyone's having a good time, like the time of their lives. And then you're at home just like doing your everyday tasks. But honestly, people don't post about their entire lives. They mainly post their good moments. So just make sure to not compare someone else's highlight reel to your everyday life. If it gets too much, get away from social media or unfollow those people, and you can still be their friends, and follow pages that you like. Like I love following travel pages, anime, artwork, cooking. So I find social media to be a very positive experience, especially when I am mindful of the time I spent on it. So don't be on it for too long, but it can be a positive experience. I went to Chinese school when I think ever since I was in kindergarten, but I was never ever able to fully pick up the language. I have a difficult time holding a conversation in Mandarin or Cantonese. I can understand, I can do well on assignments, but I can't speak it fluently. I am doing my best to relearn. So what I've gotten some of the old textbooks. One of them is, I know, sorry about the glare, Level 1, Part 2, Integrated Chinese. And I've always learned in traditional, so I'm going to learn with traditional. Even though simplified is supposed to be simpler, I have an easier time reading traditional. So let's just read something from here. 你喜欢到哪儿去跳舞？你说周末晚上常常到哪儿去吃饭？ Okay, I am so sorry for how Americanized that sounds, but I am practicing. So in addition to reading or looking through my resources, I am also listening to Mandarin Monkey, which is about a couple that speak in Chinglish, because I know Chinglish, but I don't know Chinese. Remember that being happy is all about having a positive mindset. Positive and growth mindset. So it's kind of hard to get everything done, especially during these times. The truth is, even though we are staying at home, even though it seems like we have more time, we are still in a pandemic. So you should be gentle with yourself. I choose to be gentle with myself. Like, let's just say I don't get everything done off my to-do list. It's okay. Reflect on what I was able to accomplish and then do it the next day, because you're not going to accomplish any more by beating yourself up. So just learn what you can do, see what you can handle, and just be flexible with yourself. So just be flexible when things go wrong, because this pandemic was unexpected. These fires, this bad air quality was also unexpected. So be gentle and flexible. So that's how I'm also able to stay healthy, is that I am very, very, very kind to myself. It's okay to do things slowly and just be flexible when the unexpected arises. Finally, making YouTube videos has made me happy during quarantine. It first initially started as me doing song covers, which I'll still do, to practice my language skills, and then I realized I give advice on Facebook and Instagram all the time, so I'm like, why not do it through YouTube? So it's another thing that has made me happy, making videos for fun, learning new techniques along the way, as well as providing a source of entertainment and inspiration for you.